to A Life in the Word. My name is Pastor Emmanuel Renee.
Minister Bazan?
Minister Keith Doggett.
Praise the Lord. We've been talking about the old path.
Yes.
Today we're going to talk about peace when there's no peace. So now, God had a problem with the priest and the prophet. He said everybody trying to make a buck, everybody trying to make a dollar, everybody trying to do whatever. Mm-hmm. And what is the buck? Nobody's speaking the truth.
Yeah.
Nobody's telling the people the right path to take. Mm-hmm. Nobody's telling the people the right road to take. Amen. So now, he said, my people are broken and shattered. They put on Band-Aids saying it's not so bad, you just be fine. Mm. We keep putting Band-Aids on things we supposed to fix.
That's good.
On things we supposed to work out and deal with. But we keep putting Band-Aids, the whole thing. That's how we do in church now. And that's how we do with our message. We put a lot of Band-Aids, that's, over the wound. Mm-hmm. A lot of times that when a wound is going to get healed, you need to expose it.
Yes.
You know that, right? Because when you put the Band-Aid, it gets moist.
Yeah, wet. Mm-hmm.
It get wet and it get white. Mm-hmm. It don't heal the way it's supposed to heal.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So now, what is it saying here? A lot of things the priest and the prophet are not exposing, so they won't get healed.
Yes, there's a lot of sick people walking.
A lot of sick people. Mm-hmm. And if you think about it, when you got Band-Aids, you're not careful, it's wet like that, it can get affected and not heal properly.
That's good, yes.
And don't heal at all.
Mm-hmm. That's
You
good.
know that,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Because that cut needs air to heal. So now, how can it get healed when every time we're saying peace, when there's no peace? We telling everybody, you're all right.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with you. You fine. God gonna work it out. We understand everything. No, we don't understand. You need to fix it. Mm-hmm.
That's so true.
We got Band-Aids here, everywhere. Just Band-Aid, a whole bunch of Band-Aid over the body. Because guess what happens? It's a lot of cuts, it's a lot of wounds, a lot of infection, a lot of things going on because there's no truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We hiding. So what does Band-Aid does? It hides the cuts.
Yeah.
It hides the issue. It hides the problem.
Yeah.
It hides the situation. So because there's no truth, we hiding. We're hiding every little thing, every situation. Right. So that's why we don't have no growth. That's why we don't got no people healed. Because nobody want to talk about the issues. Nobody want to talk about the problem. Nobody want to be honest. Just like we were talking a few minutes ago. It's about honesty. Let me tell you something. You got to know your weaknesses.
Yeah. That's good. That's so true.
Well, I got none. All right. God bless you. Mm-hmm. You got to know where your weaknesses, and you got to do your best, because now if you know your weaknesses, the enemy can't get you. Let me tell you something. Right? If you're trying to work out, we work out. If an arm is weak, you got to know that weak arm.
Yeah.
Right.
Even though you work out that arm, there's certain things you can't do with that arm.
That's good.
As you do with the arm that's strong.
Yes.
That's right.
That's so true.
Now, why is it that you got to recognize the weak arm, right? So you know that you can't have a certain range of motion. Don't mean you can't work it out. I can work it out, but I can work it out so far.
Yeah.
But guess what happened? Even though it's weak, but if I keep doing, because I recognize it's weak, I'm not going to go so much farther. But the more I work it out, the stronger I become in a weak area.
Yes, yes, amen. That's
Why? Because I recognize it.
Right.
And guess what happened? I protect it. Now, if I don't protect, I'm tearing it more.
Yeah, making it worse.
Damage it.
Damage it. Well, this is what it is. When you try to act like you don't have no weaknesses, and I'm good, and everything is all right, I don't got no issues, and I don't got no problem, then guess what happened? You walk right into the danger of the enemy, and he has his way with you.
Yeah.
And there's really no healing because there's no admittance.
Yes. That's so true.
You understand? There's no healing, now look at this. That's what they were saying. It's not so bad, you be just fine. But things are not just fine. Do you suppose they are embarrassed over this outrage? Now, the people are not been embarrassed. No, they have no shame. They don't even know how to blush. There's no hope for them. They've hit bottom. and there's no getting up. As far as I'm concerned, they're finished. God has spoken. You see that, right? As far as I'm concerned, they're finished. God has spoken. Now you see the issue when we don't want to deal with it, when we put band-aids over a situation, when we evade certain things in our lives, if it's not happening, then it become a danger because God now wants us to deal with the truth. It doesn't matter how hurt it is,
Yeah.
but you got to recognize it.
Gotta deal with it. Yes.
You got to deal with it. You got to talk about it. Now, nobody want to talk about issues. I tell you that much. Nobody like to talk about issues. Everybody trying to evade it. Everybody trying to move over it. Nobody want to be honest, and nobody want to be truthful. You understand? It's very hard to talk about your feelings. It's very hard to talk
That's
about
true.
how you feel about certain things. Pretty hard. You understand? It's best to not go over it and just move on with life. Move on with the certain situations. But that's not the way God wants us to deal with it. God wants us to deal with the truth. I don't care who likes it or who don't like it. The truth is still the truth.
Yes.
You understand that? Maybe if the priest and the prophet told the truth, there'd be more people who believe than more people who don't believe.
Yes. Amen.
See, if they told the truth, there'd be more than one person than just Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Now, because there's no truth, everybody gonna go in the same direction.
That's good.
It's like you're going, when you go to driving your car, you come at the end of the block, there's a stop sign. Now, what happened if there's no stop sign, everybody else is going?
Crash.
You crash. And some guy now come in, oh, I'm sorry, I was gonna put it up this morning. Too late now.
The accident already happened.
Accident already happened. So now, because we don't tell the truth, accidents are happening. Because guess what happened now? We rather put Band-Aid on people
That's right.
than to tell the truth. Because why? I'd rather be like. And I'd rather have the monetary gains on which people give to me. So people are giving you money to tell them a lie. Because more than anything, you want two people to tell you the truth. Your pastor
Yes.
and your doctor.
Yeah. Is it true?
You can't tell you good, go on. And find out later you had something that you could have fixed if you knew
Early.
about it.
Yes.
Early, if
Yes.
you knew about it.
That's good. Yes, it's the truth.
Well, the same thing with the pastor. The truth reveal what you need to fix so it don't become a problem later.
Amen.
If you have a lust issue, just say, well, I have a lust issue, and you deal with it. Not me. Talking about the brother over there who have 20 women. You can have one and still have it.
Yeah. That's true. That is so true.
So you see now how the truth now is only available to some people, but not to us.
Yeah.
So we can't keep putting band-aids over situation, band-aids over issues of the church, over our personalities, over our emotional things. We got to look at things for what it is and let the Word of God begin to fix it so that we can make changes. Amen?
Amen.
It's the key.
Yeah, because, and that's that in the church, like you said too, Pastor, that putting band-aids, over your wounds. It's like the church is like fake now, phony. Nobody's not truthful. Everybody just lying, doing what they want to do, how they want to do it, living how they want to live, and it's like no honor to God. They don't respect God. The church don't respect God no more. They don't respect the word no more. They just want to do their own thing. They don't want to be exposed. They don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to keep it real. They just want to be fake. And God, that's why we need a lot of Jeremiahs.
Exactly.
Because Jeremiah is standing for the truth. He ain't trying to hear that. You got a wound. It need to be fixed. It need to be healed. Right now, you need to be fixed. Not just saying, okay. And that's sad to the point that the people that's lost, they lost, and you want them to continue to stay lost because of money. Like they come to you to hear the truth. They come to you because they want to be healed. They don't want to live like they used to live. They don't want to live in darkness. And you have the light to offer them the truth. And you're not doing it. That's why God is mad with the priest and the prophet. Y'all getting paid and these people being lost. And then other people doing the same thing. It's like a disease, like a cancer. It just keep going on and on and on and on, it's spreading.
Exactly.
So Jeremiah trying to shut that down. And that's something that I got a lot of respect for Jeremiah, because he stood for God. Despite how people went against him and knocked him and dissed him and everything like that, but he stood for God. And this is what God, when you begin to stand up for God like this and speak what he says, oh man.
Well, you know, I think a lot of times the church preach about the fruits, but they don't deal with the roots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Preach about prosperity, preach about all these other things. Is there something wrong with it? And is that what God had for us? Of course, 100%. But the thing about it, if we have a tree and the tree is not blooming, maybe the roots is not getting the right nutrients.
Yes.
Well, you can prune the leaves
Sure.
all you want,
Yeah.
but unless we fix the nutrients problem with the roots,
Yeah.
Yes.
So it can grow.
so it can grow properly, it will produce fruits. It will
Yeah.
produce prosperity.
That's so
It
true.
will produce healing. It will produce peace. It will produce joy. But guess what? We trying to deal so
That's
much
good.
with the fruits, but we don't deal with the roots of the
Yes.
problem. It is, you understand?
Yes.
It could be the roots not getting enough nutrients, it's not getting the right things, so we have to fix the roots so that the roots now can get the right thing that it needs to do so they can produce the right fruits.
Yes, yes.
So we trying to shout over the fruits, but we got no roots.
Yes, yes.
You understand that? No
Yes.
roots. And what is the root? Holiness, righteousness, moving on the will of God, obedience, doing God's will.
Yes.
Those are the roots that produces right fruits.
Yeah.
I don't need to preach to you about the fruits. The fruits are already yours. You see, I don't have to talk a pear tree to produce pears. It is something automatically. If it's getting the right nutrients and if it's getting the right water, it's going to produce. I don't have to preach or grow some peach now. I don't need to.
No.
What do I have to do? Water the roots.
Yes.
Make sure
take
the
care of
roots
it,
get in the right.
nourishment. Yeah.
Make sure it's in the right soil.
Yes.
Make sure it's in the right thing. And then guess what happened? It producing. So we trying to bandage, put band-aid over everything, but we're not looking now. We trying to say, well, nothing wrong. Let's chop up the leaves. Something wrong with the leaves. Nothing wrong with the leaves. Something wrong with the roots. So now, if we as God people walk in obedience, walk in the things of God, automatically fruits will appear. Because why? Because the roots are right within.
Yes.
So now we can fix the root problem. When we say, well, everything good with the tree.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. Oh man, that tree, how old is that tree? 10 years? How come there's no fruits in it? Something wrong with that? Well, if it's getting the ground, right? If it's going to the ground and it's getting some water, then it should produce. Then why is it not producing?
Because it's dried up.
Exactly. It's something may be wrong with the roots. Or maybe sometimes the leaf can grow, but inside the tree could be rotten inside.
Dried up. Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? It could be rotten inside. How many times the church is not producing? There's nothing wrong with God.
No.
Hmm?
Nothing wrong.
And nothing wrong with the ground. Something wrong with the roots.
Yes.
So now you're saying that what they're doing, God said they finished, man. They done. Why? Because every time you bandage something, you cover it up, right? You don't deal with it. Infection can set in.
Yeah.
Because after a while, your mother would tell you, take that bandage up, expose it to the light, expose it to the thing, so it can get some air. What does happen? That's when the healing process happens. Could you imagine having a wound that don't heal for 20 years?
Wow. Wow.
Because we telling the people, you okay, we don't want to hurt them. We don't want to do this, we don't want to do that. But sometimes you're going to have to cut and expose for healing to take place.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm? But guess what? The people we're supposed to tell to change, transform, we tell them, you good, you good.
That's right.
You know, how much you give?
That's,
You're all
no,
right.
that's the truth.
You're all right.
That's the
You're
truth.
the biggest giver. You this. You got a position. You this. You doing that. You doing this. You good. Everything is all right.
And they're dying inside.
And they're dying inside. So we saying peace, peace, when there's no peace. Well, my name's Pastor Emmanuel Renee.
And Minister Brazan.
Minister Keith Doggett.
We have one thing to say to you. Jesus is Lord. God bless you.